Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel for another 1/18 scale figure unboxing and review video. And today we are going to look at this Robocain from Robocop 2 movie by Hiya toys. And to be honest with you guys, this is my first Robocain character in a plastic figure form, and I do not own any of others that has been released before, because I think it is super hard to get this character in a plastic figure form, if you know what I mean. And definitely I will continue to support Hiya toys by, you know, this line, the Robocop line, and hopefully we can get other characters down in the future. And I got my figure from ameme.com if you're wondering, and I will share a link down below in my video description, so you can go there, click the link and go to the website and see if this figure is still available or not. And without further ado, let's take a look at the box art design first, shall we? For the box art design, we have this Robocop 2 title with a frame over here, and at the front and center is this promotional image for the figure itself. And then we have some little title over here with the OCP logo, Robocop action figure, and then at the bottom we have the exquisite mini Robocain, and then we have those Hiya toys logo, and then we have the warnings and 15 ages and ups. This is definitely not for children. And then at the side we have the another promotional image for this figure, and then at the back you can pause it and read all of the details over here. We have the Robocop title, we have another promotional image with a Robocop, so if you have those previous Robocop, you can actually display him with this figure. And then we have those manufacturer detail at the bottom here, barcodes, and then at the side another promotional image. Very nice, I like it. And then at the top we have a Robocop 2 title with slightly OCP, you know, background over there, if you can see that. And at the bottom here we don't have anything, so let's check this figure out, shall we? Now presenting to you Robocain, and my first impression on this figure is, you know, I was shocked that this is a 1/18 scale figure and they managed to, you know, get all the details on the figures, on the body, and the proportion seems right. I love the color scheme that they used for this figure. And yeah, I know that I'm not an expert on the mechanical stuff, but I can see that they have really studied on the accuracy to the film, to the movie, and get it into a figure form, and that is really you know, amazing. I'm just overwhelmed with this kind of detail that they gave us. So although we don't have any the accessories and the base stands, I was hoping that we could have something like that. So yeah, to, you know, give this figure a little bit more value. But in this case, I think it's just a basic figure. If you want to buy this figure, yeah, it looks stunning, and yeah, I'm lost of word on how beautiful this figure is. So let's go into the figure details, shall we? For the figure details over here, we can see that this figure is painted with a gunmetal kind of color, and we have some wash throughout the some of part of the body over here, such as this one at the head over here. We can see that there's some wash there, and then we can see on the shoulder over here, on the arm, and then on the left arm as well, and some part at the back over here. You can see that. So they really make this figure looks like it was worn out and a little bit rusted. And then they also have this shiny material coated onto this body. It's really believable. I love it. I love the gray kind of tone over here with some, you know, a little bit highlights, such as this yellow and black color for the radiation symbol over here. And then we have these highlights on the warrior sculpted at the back, blue color and then this one with a copper kind of color. We have some highlight at the pistons over here on his torso area. We can see that black and yellow stripes on the leg over here. And for the sculpted value on this figure is very high. As you can see that we have some tubes running out on the front here. We have some screws there, so they really capture it. We have some wires over there. We have some groove line, so it is a really detailed. And then at the back we have some those panels over there with a little bit shades of dark gray and black. I really love it, and it does really, you know, take this figure to another level. And yeah, really nice. I love it. I love the detail, the attention to detail with this figure, and it does connect it with some sort of die cast, as you can see at the ankle here, with some die cast over here at the elbow here like that. And then we have some at this arm over here. So it really, you know, reminds me that this figure could really stand and balance pretty well because of the die cast parts that he has. So really nice. And then there's some you know, looks like a functional mechanical mechanism, but it's actually not functional, such as this toe articulation over here. It does not articulate, it doesn't not hinge, but it is sculpted really detailed, but it doesn't, you know, move forward and back. So yeah, it's just for aesthetic wise. And then there goes the same as the piston over here. It looks like it does have some function, but it does not have that quality. You can see that it's just for an aesthetic wise, and if we got that in this figure, then we can actually move this figure front and back, but that is not the case here, and that is a really missed opportunity in my opinion, because this figure has a great quality in terms of the engineering and mechanical parts that he has. But yeah, I think it does represent this figure pretty nice in my opinion. And then he is equipped with bunch of weapons on his body over here. That's why we don't have any accessories that comes with this figure, such as this machine gun over here that is fixed on his shoulder over here. So that's really nice. It cannot be hinged or turned. And then we have this secondary hand over here that, you know, this part over here, this weapon actually damaged some part of Robocop helmets in the movie, so it's supposed to produce an electricity or laser or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And then the secondary arm over here is a clamping arm, but it does not have that function. It's only sculpted like that. It does not open or close or whatsoever. It's just for an aesthetic value. And then we have this left arm, which has two components of it. We have the arm that can be pushed forward and back. I can see that. And then we have this turret gun over here. It does rotate. And then we have this bullet magazine over here that come out of this compartment over here. So that's pretty nice. And as you can see, they have actually implemented thin rubber wire over here to the back over here, as you can see that, and it does not get in the way when you do some poses or anything like that. So that is a pretty nice. It doesn't get tangled to the arm. I think build up for this figure looks proportional enough. Looks like it was taken out straight from the movie. Pretty satisfied with all the details that they gave us. So I think that's all for the figure details. Let's jump out into the articulation segment, shall we? For the articulation, the head is on a ball joint, so you can actually tilt left and right, moving right and left, and then you can actually look down, not too much, looking up and not that much as well. And then for the arm over here, we have some integrated 3-in-1 kind of way of articulation with this arm over here. First of all, the shoulder can be rotated. It's on a ratchet, so the secondary arm has a few hinge. You can see that 1, 2, 3. So it does have some few hinges on that, so you can actually manipulate that even until it's back over here like that. So that's pretty nice. And the main arm here is on a hinge, so you can actually put the arm to that extent. And then we have this elbow hinge on the elbow over here until that extent only. And then we have some swivel here at the shoulder. And then this one, as I mentioned earlier, can be pushed push forward and back. The turret can be rotated as well. And then for the right arm, it also have the same kind of concept. We can actually rotate this arm. It's on a ratchet, it can be swivel on the shoulder hinge till that extent, and we have this arm on a very nice die cast connection over there, so you can actually go like that and that much. So it does not have any swivel on the bicep, same as this one, it does not have any swivel. And for the hands over here, we have some articulation on the thumb, so everything is fixed. And then for the secondary arm here, same as well, same design as the left arm. It has 1 2 3 kind of articulation hinge over there. So yeah, at the torso here, we don't have any articulation. It's just for an aesthetic wise, but we do have some waist rotation over here, so we can actually rotate it. If you put the leg too high, passing the waist over here, so it is hindered like that, so it can't be rotate in a way to place it lower than his waist over here, so he can actually make the turn. And then this leg over here is very special. It's very nice design because you can control the height for this figure. If you want it to be much more higher, you can just rotate it. It's on a ratchet, and then you can have a little bit more taller Robocain over there. It depends on your creativity on how you display the figure. So yeah, and then at the knee over here, we have some articulation over there. It cannot be extended forward because of this knee pad over here. And at the ankle here, you can actually hinge up and down, as well as the toe hinge over here, up and down. It's pretty tight, but you can do that to get a little bit more balance with this figure. So everything is pretty sturdy with this one, and I'm glad that he has a really tight joints on the articulation. I think that's all about the articulation, and let's go for the scale comparison, shall we? So moving on to the scale comparison, I'm going to show you how it scales with my other Hiya Toys Robocop collection. And first of all, I want to show you is this Robocop from the Robocop 1. And this is not the battle damage, this is just a normal version of it, and this is one of my favorite action figure in this scale. And as you can see that they scale pretty well, pretty nice. I love the height between these two, and it looks very amazing. And then I'm going to show you my other Robocop, which is the battle damage version from the Robocop 2. And this is actually the same figures that came out with this movie, so this is actually the right partner in your display collection. And then we have the Add 209, so this one it's a little bit bigger than the Robocain, but as usual in terms of bulkiness, I think Add 209 looks a bit more bulkier, bigger. But in terms of height, I think you can give it to Robocain because the leg can be adjusted, so in terms of height he can be much more taller than this. And then just for sake of comparison, I will show you how it stands with a 6-inch figure. So this is my Black Suit Superman comic book version, and this is just to give you an idea on how he looks with a 6-inch figure. So yeah, this is it. Just wrapping up on this figure review, I have a few comments that you actually improve this figure in the future. And as we speak, they are currently making another Robocain with a different kind of head sculpt. And if you remember from the movie, it does have the extruded screen on his head sculpt, so they're making that one. And yeah, the thing is, I think that can improve this figure in the future is they should include a base stand for him, because in 1/18 scale with this height, probably it will fall off easily, and hopefully they can give us some base stands to clamp and secure this figure when displaying. And the other thing is, if they can make those piston workable on the torso area, maybe we can get a little bit extra articulation on his middle section over there. So that is my 2 comments on this figure. Other than that, I think Hiya Toys has done a pretty good job with this figure, and they've translated this character into a plastic figure format. It's just, you know, satisfying to look at. And if you're a fan of Robocop film, movie, merchandise, collectibles or whatsoever, you should get this one, because there's not much company out there that, you know, produce this kind of character, especially Robocain over here. And yeah, I totally recommend it, although it's quite expensive, but it's worth it with all the details that they've gave us. And I'm so glad that Hiya Toys jump into it, do this character, and I will continue to support this toy line in the future. So guys, what's your thought on this figure? Will you skip it? Will you buy it? Or will you wait another company to make this kind of figure? Or actually you prefer a total different scale with this kind of character? So just let me know in the comment section below, alright? So guys, that is the end of my review, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, please smash the like button, and if you wanted to support this channel, do subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to click the bell notification button so you will be notified once my video comes live. Thank you again for watching. Until we meet again in my next video. Sayonara.